Hey guys, welcome back. So these are the candle holder moulds from my Temu haul. I thought I'd do these today. And this is the one I wasn't quite sure what to do with. I knew that since there were hearts on there, red would feature somewhere. And luckily, the moulds, they're 5 centimeters high. So I did 1 centimeter for each level. So it starts off with the red glitter, then it's clear, then it's red glitter and clear, and the final layer is the black. And it really worked well, since I was really stuck with an idea to do for these. So that came together. I get there in the end. And I put lines on the front of the moulds. You'll see a picture of that in a minute. And I tried to get, and there you go, you know, as level as possible on all of them. It worked. Before I would use isopropyl alcohol, but that's very damaging to the moulds. So I finally bought myself some silicone mould release. And it works okay. I did it on these moulds, these 3D lotus moulds, because lots of little nooks and crannies. So I thought I would give them some help and not damage them with the isopropyl. So yeah, that works out well. And I'll use the silicone release mould on moulds that are tricky. I could have done with that stuff when I was making my little cacti garden, but I plonked in the old isopropyl instead. Didn't really know what to do with these moulds. They're the candles that have 1, 2 or 3 candles in them, but I wanted to do something different. I did think about doing alcohol inks, but you know, as I've said before, I'm a bit naff at the old alcohol inks because I tend to stir them up too much and just turn them into a muddy mess. So I picked colours that I thought would complement each other. And by the way, I love these Baltic Day colours. They're all pearlescent. I spritzed me mould with the silicone release because I didn't want to get in there with a silicone tool and smush them all around. I just wanted to pour in my colours and leave them to settle in their own way. What I was looking for was a sort of, I guess, marbled kind of effect. And you will see if that's what I got when I unmold them. These colours went together really well. I think I'll keep a note of this combination. I have a little book where I keep, you know, notes of interest, colours that go together well, so that I can always refer back to them. That's just a little thing I do because I do so many things. I often forget, unless of course I watch the video, what colour combinations I've used, so that's a good tip. I also keep a little notebook about how much resin the actual moulds take. So that's another good little tip, just trying to keep it all organised, which I'm not usually. Anyway, this was fun, just plopping in the colours randomly. And although this was 12 ounces of resin, it just about got there. So, more Baltic Day, pearlescent mica powders, and I did spritz the mould before because it's got a few little intricate bits and bobs in there. Again, I really love this combination, and you'll see, you know, when I unmould them, how the reds peek through the gold. I was very pleased. It's all by accident. And had I wanted to reproduce this, yeah, well, that probably wouldn't be very easy to do. So this is probably a one-off. I was very pleased with the way these came out. Love the colours. And that's why all the pieces that you make, if you're a resin person, they're all unique. Nothing is, even if you use the same colours, they're never quite identical. And that's the joy of doing this. You never know what you're going to get. I gave them all the moulds, a quick spritz of the isopropyl on top, just to get rid of some of those bubbles. Again, I'm hoping that using the silicone release mould, I won't have to do so much work with hunting down them bubbles, you know, using silicone tools and things. Now the two moon moulds came from Amazon. They didn't come in the Temu haul. The little flowers that we used in here, I don't know what they are, little pink and white flowers. I put the link in the description below for the company that I ordered them from, but they will send you 4 random boxes of flowers, so you may or may not get these. Fun part, unmoulding. Yeah, tricky to get this one started, but we got there in the end. So these are the 2 lotus flowers. done in the ultra fine glitter. Can't go wrong with glitter, right? Bit of a struggle. Yeah, I was pleased with that. It made nice shapes. That's what I was hoping for when I was spritzing everything down with the silicone release spray. Oof. Now this one, we had to speed it up because it took me such a long time to do it. And it was a pain in the derriere, let me tell you that. But nothing. It started off easily. And then it slowed down. It was that last little bit, I thought, yeah, maybe I'll just try and twist it off, but nope, wasn't having any of that. A little bit of perseverance and it did eventually come off. And the little cup that they make you put in, I wish they just made it flat, not sort of cone shaped, because when you put the little tea lights in, they rock about. I wish they just made it flat bottomed. And this one came with a lot of extra resin that went over the side. Oh, here we go. Now you'll see. So I didn't swish these colours around. I just spritzed on the mould release spray and didn't do anything with them other than pour in the colours and leave them be. And I was really pleased. This is what I was looking for. And those colours, all those 4 colours, really went well together. I was really pleased with this. Such a nice combination of marbling. Success! So, if you've watched enough of my videos, by now you should know that I don't just leave things as they are. I love to tart them up a bit and decorate them. So that's what I'm doing. And remember me saying I loved the way the pink came through this gold? Yeah, I couldn't have wished for it better. It looks nice and blushy. I was very pleased with that. Again, that's just pouring the colours in, not agitating them, stirring them around or doing anything, just letting them find their own space. Yeah, these little beads, they came in my Temu haul, so I used them on my candle holders, that also came in the Temu haul. Oh, these were so tiny. You don't know how many I actually dropped on the floor. Oh. Now this one, this was the only bird tattoo I had, so I didn't want to fluff it up. So I sat there for quite a bit with the Pampers wet wipe on there to make sure that it did actually come off, because it was a very tricky surface to work on. But I didn't fluff it up and it worked. This is acrylic paint and mica powder. And again, if you've watched my videos before, when I do anything like this, I call it highlighting. I always mix a little bit of mica in with the acrylic just to thicken it up a little bit. It dries faster and I think it gives a much nicer effect. So the 3D lotus flowers, smearing it on and then letting it dry, and then, you know, just taking it off with a wet wipe, cotton buds, so that it leaves a little bit behind. I just highlight those decorations on the side there. Although you don't see it in this, I do put some little beads on both these 3D lotus flowers, similar to the beads on the flat ones, but these were combinations of blue. I guess you'll see that in the photos. So this is the candle with the 2 hearts and the 5 layers. And this is the very last layer going on. This is the black layer. So it's red, clear, black. Spritzing. So you can see the marks that I used for each level on the side there. Worked quite well. I was very careful about trying to get them really accurate so that they were all the same. Now, these weren't too much of a challenge to one mould, but I did like the effect. I thought it was quite good. And since I was stumped at the beginning for an idea for this, I thought it worked out quite well. Yeah, that was fun to do. It's the last part of the hearts candle. This block had a little bit of a disfiguration on the side. You can see it sort of went in, but it didn't really show. It didn't really upset me that much. I love the way you can see all the layers. I thought that was very good. I was very pleased with that. I think they're fun, the way they make the 2 little hearts. I guess this would be a good Valentine's gift. So I thought I would just separate them up so that you can see all the bands of colour. It worked really well. And I like the way you can see the bands in from the top as well, where you put the candles. Yeah, that's an idea I might use for other things, since it does seem to work. And I'm not putting real candles in any of my candle holders. I'm just using these little flickery ones. This is the second moon that had the flowers and the gold foil, and the base, you didn't see me do it on screen, is made of red cherry, and that's a Baltic Day colour, so it's pearlescent. Again, struggle with the mould. But I thought this was quite nice. I don't know what kind of flowers they are, but they look like cotton. And they're pink and white. They're very pretty, and they come on a sort of little branch. And as I say, the link will be in the description below, and the company will send you 4 random flowers. So I don't know if you'll get these. That last little bit, again, that is a real toughie, at least for my hands. And eventually freedom. The little cup in this one did a better job. I obviously fitted it in better. It didn't have so much excess resin around the outside. I thought that was cute. Aww. No, I like those little flowers. I might see if I can find out what they're called. And here they are, all decorated up. I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly had fun with the candle holders from my Temu haul. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time. Bye for now.